am Mr. Nealand, and I am the English Language Arts teacher here at Western Christian Academy. And this is my 5th year teaching here. And I want to use this video as an opportunity to go over just a few points and suggestions for students, and just kind of go over some major, or not major, but normal errors that I see coming through that continually a lot of students make. And the first one is students oftentimes forget to proofread and then edit and then save their work. I really encourage students to save all of their work in a file on their personal computer. That way it doesn't get lost. After they save it, they can upload it. We'll cut and paste it into the Ignitia writer, and then it's easier for us to access it that way. If there's added pictures or graphics, those they need to save and then upload as an attached file. For proofreading and editing, oftentimes students don't use the platform on with their word processor, so they need to run all of their work through a grammar spell checker. They can use Grammarly or whatever one is attached to their word processor. Secondly, students typically forget to follow a standard. For example, I often see this and I'm like, what is going on in the world? Is it video games? Is it texting? It's destroying the English language. But I see things like they don't capitalize the letter I. They use contractions in their academic writing. They write won't and shouldn't and couldn't instead of would not and should not and could not. And they don't indent their paragraphs or put spacing between them. So these are just things. There may not be a real logical rule why we do it, but it is just the academic standard in the English academic language. So students need to make sure they're following a standard. The third thing is MLA format. You've probably heard before that when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Well, this is when writing, we do as the MLA Handbook Style Guide says. So this is the 8th edition. Make sure you have a hard copy of this or you've downloaded it, but you have access to it. Whenever we're using somebody else's ideas from another text, or whenever we quote somebody, we have to cite where it came from to avoid plagiarism. So it's really important for students to make sure that they are following these style guides. So it's really good to edit all of your work, save it, make sure you're following a standard, a grammatical standard, and then make sure everything was put in MLA format. So those are just some suggestions, and I am always available to answer messages and guide you through anything you maybe have questions with or you need help with. So feel free to reach out, and all of the teachers here at Western Christian Academy are ready to help.